They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
chaos,
let that chaos reign with
chaos,
let that chaos reign with
chaos,
let that chaos reign with
must reign.
down, get 'em down, get 'em down, get 'em down.
Yes. What's good, everybody? What's good? Oh, wow. They got Squid Games now, Call of Duty. That's interesting. Anyhow, welcome here. Welcome to another session, another stream, another live stream here on the Chaos Reign show. I am Chaos Reign here, the one and only. And the links to follow me are the above. You can follow me on Twitter at Chaos Reign 7. You can add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Grant Facebook. You can also join my Discord servers as well. Follow me on Rumble, CRain23 on Rumble. And last but not least, become a member of the Chaos Reign show as well. Membership is in the page on YouTube. There's 2 tiers. You can pick which tier. And, become members and even greater support the Chaos Reign show. Let me see what's going on in the chat room. Hold on. Hold on a second, guys. All right. Tonight, I think I'm gonna cover some that most people have not been looked at, and normally it is your favorite, and I mean favorite video vixen herself, Melyssa, again. But she had a very interesting conversation with one of her good friends, and the conversation looks like it needs to be maybe looked at a little bit more deeper, in my opinion. Because I see a lot of ladies getting all caught up. And I mean caught up in regards to these 2 ladies. One particularly that's 48 and about to eventually turn 49 in the middle of November of this year. And the other lady, as you know, the woman that is the talk of her podcast, she is now going to be roughly 45 years old this year. So we have one that's born 1980, the other one born 1976. Sound like a good combination, don't y'all think? I think so. And I'm trying to see. I think I'm missing something here. Hold on. Okay, here he is. All right, hold on, guys. And they're gonna have a real in-depth conversation about things. And one thing is known for the aspects that you will watch for yourself. And her name is Natasha, Ellie. And I think that might be her actual name. I'm not sure if that her last name is Replace. And I'm going to double check, make sure. I think that might be her stage name. Because usually when you're married now, usually it's supposed to take your husband's name. But let me double check before I begin this stream. I always got to make sure. All right. No, that's not good. Let me see if I could back up and see if it'll tell me. Interesting. Let me see if this is the right one. Nah. I believe that might be her. Her and her husband. She took the name of her husband. I believe so. I could be wrong, but I ain't gonna go into detail of that. Anyhow, if you guys can hear me well, and it looks like you might, make sure you let me know by hitting number 1 or leave something in the comment section. And right now I'm just checking my page because I gotta refresh it one more time before I begin. And I give y'all people some time before they come in here. So let me see if I can get into this. All right. Okay, I'm in my page, so y'all watching. So make sure you guys, as you're coming in, please, it's vital you hit the like button. Likes are free, like always. So don't be hesitant. Hit the like button. Okay. Now I can see myself on the other screen. So let's begin. Oh, and I forgot. My apologies. I have this. Yes. Yeah, that's the picture. All right, let's begin, guys, with these ladies. Let me see which video was the one. I think this one. All right, let's go. Fair use, like always. Let's look at this firsthand. Let's go.
I want you to talk about, being this object of desire, dating all of these men who look like the prototype. So now's the point in which you talk about the prototype. I'm putting a pin in where I'm going. So talk about describe your prototype. What did he look like?
Now, for those that don't know, that a lot of ladies, particularly ladies that are more melanin rich, more of that has more darker hue. I tell you, one of the biggest issues with a lot of black folks, especially black women, is they don't think or believe that they should be in any form of competition with not only with themselves, but with other women personally. And that's fine. But the problem is, right? I mean this bluntly, right? That you're amongst not only yourself, but other women. And if you're saying you're trying to get a said man, or you're dreaming or flocking to other groups of men, which is abundant now. You see a lot of black women are doing and been doing it for some time now. And I think it only has slowly escalated, to be honest. Then that means you have to give the man what he truly wants. And a lot of women today, especially our women, don't know what really all men want. Particularly even also we could say non-black men. They, in their mind, they feel that they are Miss Princess and that they should be treated accordingly. They should not do much but show up, look either somewhat half decent or even look less subpar, and a man will just take them as is. But as we look at not just data, but we look at the environment as it stands, that is not the case. Regardless, the man is a man, right? I mean, I think a lot of women confuse giving access to the body as some as the end all be all reward to regular men, whether minor or even advanced men in society. And men have been vocal about this, and men have not only been vocal, but also shown actions of what they really want, personally. But then again, most women, black women generally, they don't really see that because they live in a bubble, in a box that, just by showing up, that's pretty much it. So let's listen to the question that she laid out. And if you guys can hear me, let me know in the chat room. And please support the channel like always. Support goes a long way. And you know how y'all do. Y'all know how I do it. Support.
I want my money. I told you. Where is my money? Benny. Bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
So y'all know the deal. Let's go.
Thought was your prototype at this time in our lives. So here we are. We're like in the early 2010s. So 2012, 13, 14-ish. So who would you say, what did he look like? The prototype for you?
Athletic.
Color.
I didn't have a color.
I swore.
No, I didn't have a color. You know why? Because I started dating everything.
Oh, I didn't know that. We were living in different cities. So
But power to my brothers.
Yes.
And this is
Oh my effing God, how embarrassing. Oh God, wait. Let's nah. You can't make this. Hold on. Like Kevin said, you can't make this up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Yeah. Fair use.
I see my brother.
Yes.
But then again, I expanded my reach a little bit. And, I went European and I went French. And now I dabble pounds. But I never knew who I was going to marry. I just knew the qualities that I wanted, right? I wanted someone who wouldn't let me run over them, but would put me in my place, but would let me get away with murder
So
now and then. I wanted
someone you really want to control and have your way. Now, mind she says she dates everybody. And for those that are not familiar, this woman is of Haitian origin, background. Now, I believe she could be a first-generation American. I could be wrong. Or she could be just generally a Haitian woman that probably was groomed and raised here in America, possibly. But y'all know that most women from the islands or even Africa are very notorious for, swirling or dating out, I mean, they don't really pick much, but the mindset of how I think the white man is their savior and their God. So obviously she's not gonna have much of a color type because she has been dipping and dabble. But that's her business. Let's keep listening. Various.
someone active. I wanted someone funny. You have to make
You found funny. You
have to make me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted someone who adored me. I wanted someone who felt like that was the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, you found that too.
So you want a man to admire you, to be all over you. Okay, that's cool. But what does you give this man in so-called return? Is it a one-way street with you? Since you're talking about the man should be funny, okay, what does he really get is the question that has to be asked on the table. Because she is a Haitian woman, so they're just as selfish like any woman here in the West. Are they selfish more? Some island women will be lenient, but no, they're no different from we'll call it the American black woman here in America. If you guys agree or disagree, anybody has ever date a woman that's from the island, particularly, you know how they behave roughly. Yeah. I don't want to go in that rabbit hole. What's this? Oh, I'm talking about this woman. Yeah, this woman. Nothing. Yeah. At least. All right, let's keep going. Fairies.
I wanted peace of mind.
And the men that we dated really didn't give us that.
None. I never had peace of mind.
Yeah, and I
get you.
No, I think that was part of the chaos.
That's the same thing.
Yes,
I wanted peace of mind.
What I found to be interesting is our two.
Wait. Did Melyssa Ford? Wait, remember what she just said a while ago? What Melyssa said a while ago? What you said? Never mind. What you just said, Melyssa? Let me hear that again.
That
none. I never had peace of mind.
Yeah, and I
get you.
No, I think that was part of the chaos.
That's the same thing.
Did Melyssa Ford said chaos?
They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with.
Must reign.
You see, gentlemen and ladies, these women do bring chaos. They bring chaos to your ass, but you must not inflict the same chaos to them. Ain't that how ironic? Wow. And you talking about saying that the men you dealt with they bring you no so-called form of peace. Well, are you a peace woman in heart, or you are just one of those ladies that want and welcome what we call the chaos?
They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with.
Must reign.
Yeah, I think you're those type of ladies, if I do say so myself. Well, let's listen to more. Fairies.
Yes.
I wanted peace of mind.
What I found to be interesting is our two very different approaches to dating, because to me, you had them wrapped around your finger, but you could never get the full.
And if you guys listening, please hit the like button. Likes are free. I'm gonna look back, see how we're doing likes. Always come in and hit that like button. Don't be scared. Likes are free. Stop being stingy, goddammit. Let's go.
Full-blown commitment. And I always marveled at that, because I'm just like, well, shit, I can't get it. She can't get the, what the fuck? So when I just kept on trucking, because I don't think that for me, marriage and children was like, just, it has to be done. It has to be done. Biological clock ticking. You have this amount of time. You better get this done. I was kind of imprisoned by this industry and career goals and just forward momentum and just a certain level of conditioning. But that didn't happen to you.
Melyssa Ford, you should know better. The wall can never be undefeated, darling, sweetie. The wall is the wall. The wall.
You had a complete directive for the direction you wanted your life to go and what you wanted to achieve. What was the moment for you where it was, you finally were just like, all right, I'm not playing in the sandbox anymore. Like, this is what I want to achieve, and this is how I'm going to go about achieving it outside of just manifestation. But what was that moment for you where?
I can tell you. I think I'm a planner. I keep telling you this. I plan everything in my life. Right? My mother passed away when I was 29.
Mm-hmm.
And it changed me because my relationship.
Her mom has been gone now roughly going on 16 years. For the people who don't know, because like I said, she was born in 1980. So if you were 29 at that time, or probably we could say even still 29, because it could be between 2009 or 2010, roughly, depending what month you're born. You're looking at, either 16 to 15 years your mom has been gone. Okay. All right, let's keep going.
With her wasn't close, and went through therapy with my brothers, and I became a different person after she died. As you know, when your mother passes away, some fucking life.
It's before and after.
Yeah. On, right?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of anger that I released.
Mm-hmm.
And it was time for the next stage in my life. And the next stage for me was marriage and kids. I wanted to be a mother, but I wanted to be a better mother than she was to me. So that was my goal. So my dating life, I dated with intention.
And before that, you were never really thinking about intention. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. It
makes me think, now I think about it, you date now for intention after your mom got away, has been now transitioned. So it makes me wonder what you've been doing now for the last 9, or we could say good 10 years of your life. Besides you were doing videos at a time at 18 or whatever age you are, you were, still doing going around, in the business, having fun, jumping and playing and bouncing, and what we call on the what can I say? You ladies were on the carousel. On the carousel, yes. You're jumping on the carousel throughout those young, precious years. And it comes to realization when your mom gone, now you you date with intention? Really? Really? So you were just effing around. And I got to call it out as is. I mean, there is a consequence for messing around and being on the field for too long. And it seemed to me you were that lady that was messing around a lot. But you know, that's common with a lot of video vixens nowadays. You know, they be around a plethora of men. A good portion of them got money, and they gonna have to, you know, play the game. But anyhow, let's keep going. Fair use, fair use.
That's cool. We're having fun. Cool. You have another chick? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We were playing.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing.
Yeah.
But when I turned 29, she passed away, went through therapy. And I decided, okay, it's time to have a real relationship. It's time to take my life to the next stage, right?
A real relationship. Gentlemen, think about this. You might be dealing with these women that might consider themselves, you know, at high rates. Some that think that they're, what do you call it, a 10 now. And, you know, me personally, and I say this to a lot of people, I don't go by the 1 through 10 scale in regards to women. I would be more lenient to pushing 1 through 8. Usually 7 is exceptional. 8 is like almost pretty good, damn good. But I never push this perfect 10. That's subjective. It's been overused too much. And they're labeling every woman now as 10s, including the big fat ones, which I don't agree with, but that's not a story. So she didn't really date with much intention. Matter of fact, she was messing around like every other woman out here that got access to a lot of dudes, you know. And then so she played a lot of dudes. She was not really taking no proposal offers. She was not taking a lot of things seriously. So you might be a dude that might took her seriously, but keep in mind that she was not gonna really marry you. The ones like Natasha Ellis or like, you know, a few video vixens like there, because in their mind they feel that this ride they're in is always gonna last. There's always gonna be a chance that they're gonna, you know, move on to the next dude, and then, you know, he's gonna spend money, give him the time of life to make him feel like one woman that they always want to feel like. And after that thrill's gone, they're gonna probably move on to the next one. That's how it is. That's how it is. And that's how they see it. All right, let's go. Very serious.
So I dated with intention. And every guy that I dated, if I didn't hear what I wanted to hear, there wouldn't be a second date. I'd rather be home on my couch, eating ramen noodles, watching Forensic Files, than be in your face and knowing that it's not going anywhere, you know? And then I met my husband.
Mm-hmm. I remember when you finally decided to let us meet him, the close circle.
I know.
Yeah, we were at it was on South Beach. We were at Nobu. Do you remember?
Yes.
And it was the group of us, and you walked right by him. And I'm watching this white man kind of looking at us. I was like, is that him? Is your
What was smoking?
Not yet. Not yet. We were walking into the place. But he was everything that you manifested. You know, he was the sun rises and sets on the crack of your ass, according to Drew. Yes. He adores you. He is extraordinarily funny. He is upwardly mobile, gainfully employed. I know he's a very successful entrepreneur. I can't even say gainfully employed. He was a very successful entrepreneur. And it was so fascinating. And
what makes him a successful entrepreneur, I might add or ask. But, you know, I know most women, they don't ask Mr. Charlie what they really do. Their perception is that he is white. So success runs within him because of his skin. I'm sad to say this, or sorry to say this to most people that don't like that or hear that, but that's just the honest truth. He's white, so let's be honest. He for most women like Melyssa, 'cause her mother's white, most black women or mixed women generally, when they see non-black men, in their mind, they look at success, power, etc., 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 and also influential, because this is the mindset most black women think and know when they see Mr. Charlie. And you know, they don't really get me questions. Say, okay, what makes this man successful? What does he do? Because if the shoes are on, if the shoes were on the other foot, if this is a black man, this would be a totally different energy. In my opinion, it is not me stating, you know, false claims, but I will be factual on my claims. But you know, what do I know? What do I know? Oh damn! All right, let's keep going. Fair use, fair use. And please, guys, I know y'all watching the video. It would be reasonable to just hit the like. Like's free. God damn, let this go in the algorithm. Let people know this is live. Let's have the conversation. And if you guys want me to bring you up and you think I said something wrong or you know disagree, let me know. I'll put the link in the chat room. Let's go. Fair use, fair use.
Wonderful to see my friend giddy and girly and pink and vulnerable. And I was like, oh, wow.
He brought that out of me. Dating for a while, right? You know how hard I was.
Yes, I do.
Because for me, for you to get to Natasha's heart,
Mm-hmm.
you got to go through an electrical fence.
Yes.
And then a brick wall.
Yes.
And then there's a vault.
Yes.
With a code that you need to figure out. So good luck.
Yeah.
Right? He figured it out. But we were at home one day and we were dating, not even married yet. And he said, you are not vulnerable enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? If you only knew who Tasha was 3 years ago, you'd consider this vulnerability. And I think from that moment, something clicked in my head. You know?
Yeah. That's an interesting thing for somebody to say to you that I don't think that you were prepared for, because no man had ever said that to you. Did that let you know that this is the man I'm going to marry? Or did you already know this?
I already knew.
And you felt you had to change for him?
I needed to soften for him.
That's her changing for a man?
But you know, any woman will change for a man. She's getting.
Listen, I knew you had to. I wasn't going to say it though.
If she's getting what she needs in return, which is security, which is peace of mind. He is the only man that gave me peace of mind. So of course I changed. Was it hard? Yes.
Good. I'm glad.
Okay, excellent. Make sure you guys hit the like button and share the stream. I'm going to double check on how we are on the likes. I see people popping up. All right. Okay, so what this man, and I know Melyssa said it earlier, he is a white man. Okay, cool. What does this man bring of a sense of peace? You know, one thing I've learned, and this is just me, and y'all guys could criticize or question it. When they ask these questions in regards to dating and mating between the sex, you don't see no in-depth follow-up for mostly people to define what you mean by peace, happiness, or etc. This is just me now. I believe, not known belief, right? Mark say, honestly, let's say if I know, right? That if this is a man, black man, he is dating a non-black woman, right? And the woman's asking the same question. She wants a little bit more detail and wants the man to define it. And normally a man, mostly if a brother particularly, will give a proper explanation. But what I've noticed when it comes to ladies talking amongst each other, black women, one mix, one not, right? On the left-hand side, there's no follow-up question, no other testing wars or want to ask serious questions and define what you mean by happiness, peace, etc. Hell, you don't ask what the man really does, what type of entrepreneur he is, what is his venture business. It just stays right there because in their mind, white man is perfect and he cannot do nothing wrong. That's how what I'm come to find out. Oh, I see some in the chat room. I'm gonna read this. Another fire started in LA County. I'm helping my friend load the furniture in the before. Okay, all right. Thank you, Thevin. And I'm not sure if he's still in LA, but you know. Okay. And guys, make sure you support the channel. Hit the super chat or you know, Cash App and like the stream. All right. If you can, share us on your social media, Tevin. Let's go. Aries.
I'm glad that you got to the point that you felt safe to do so, because I think that that's something that's really not discussed nearly enough when we're talking about the reasons why women don't feel comfortable dating anymore. You know, after, well, it's not even after a certain age. It's just today's dating market. Girl, count you lucky stars you ain't in today's dating market. It is true. It is a raging dumpster fire. It is a pool with fecal matter and piss in it. It's disgusting. It is awful. So I'm not even, that's a whole other episode to be had. So I remember seeing.
Well, the men will say the same thing about the dating market as well, because some men are out here maybe looking for actual wives, and they can't find in a pool of women here in the States. Well, if you're a woman, and let's say you're a certain age like Melyssa Ford, and you're talking about the dating pool is trash, the whole premise of dating is to really have intercourse, to be honest with y'all. And it's something that we're not come to grips or reality as men and women. Dating is for screwing. Now, if you're courting, which is a better term, which, let's be honest, at your age, Miss Ford, I don't think you're looking to be court anytime soon. You're fine with that. If you're out here playing the fence and being on the what I like to call the rebellious carousel, and if you're riding the carousel, then obviously you're not looking for anything serious besides a quick release. So yeah, it will be trash to someone that's not dating with intention. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right, let's keep going. Fairies.
The proposal, or, you know, the ring on social media. Can you hold that ring up? There you go. I was like, is her knuckle dragging on the floor? And this man proposed to you in the south of France while you were in a bikini on the beach. I said, this bitch. Okay? You know what I was confronted with? Because we talked earlier about the fact that we never felt competition with each other or for any other women. Competition is one thing. Envy is another. And
Envy is dangerous.
Envy is.
See that? Is a jealousy or really envy? It is dangerous to a few that don't spot it right on there. It is very dangerous. Let's be clear. But it goes to show that if you're friends with this woman for such a long time and she has a certain resentment for you, and you're still friends with her, it lets me question your character as a woman that's friends with someone that doesn't respect or really admire or even give you a congratulation and happy for you now getting a man to seal a deal to become some more than just a girlfriend and a fuck. I'm just saying. Let's keep going. Fairies.
It's dangerous. And I found myself envying you a little bit.
Okay. You are probably my third friend who told me this.
Yeah. And I didn't like it. I felt weak. I did not like the feeling of envy. I did not wear that feeling well, because you're my friend. I'm happy for you. I don't want to covet what you have, because what you have is for you. That was the trajectory of life that you set your own path on. You manifested, I did not want to envy, but whatever was happening in my life just was paltry in comparison, I guess. I was still in those fucking trenches, and they sucked, because the older that you get, you don't bounce back that easily, you know, and like the cavalier way in which we did date of, oh, this is fun, this is play, this is whatever. It, as you get older into your mid to late 30s, you're just like, huh, I really want somebody to come home to. I really want somebody who's gonna, like, you know, stroke my hair when I feel like things are screwed up and just tell me it's gonna be okay. I want somebody to talk to or not talk to. Somebody who's gonna share some of the responsibilities or just be there and share space, travel with, see the world with, you know, have memories, create memories with, you know, all of these things that I never really thought much about because I was always so just driven and going and going and going. And then I would look up and I'm like, wait, hold on a second here. Life is actually happening. And so
Make sure you guys hit the like button and share the stream. Please like the stream. Like the stream. You comment in as you watch, hit like stream. Hit the like button. I apologize. Hit the like button. And, you know, if you can, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And let's have the conversation. Put your views on the chat room or in the comment section. Let me hear what is your overall views so far. Melyssa Ford, at her age now, right? She told her background and her stories and how she screwed up actual good men that really want something much more serious with her. So now that she can't have this life, she chose she don't want to be no wife. Matter of fact, she chose the streets. She chose to get cheeks clapped in all ways, in all positions. And she's fine with it. If you think about it, if you go back to her previous standalone conversation on her confessions, which I did cover here, you can find this channel. You can find it on her channel, right? She talks about even the ring she has in her apartment or in the ring she has locked up somewhere that she could have gotten and went through, but she in her mind she feels she doesn't want to do it because she in her mind thinks she's better than that man. So obviously, let's be fair and honest. She went out and, you know, did a little bitch move in this call and end the relationship through a simple phone call, which is cowardly in my opinion. But, you know, some women are cowards nowadays and don't have the, you know, to really go up in there and end the relationship. But that's expected. It's expected. So obviously she could have had the life, but in her mind, she chose the streets. And I mean, she did chose the streets. And you know the saying goes, if I remember what that soundbite is, and I can't find it, but when I do, I'm gonna start playing that. She's like the guy said, she does belongs to the streets. And the streets are calling her, calling her. Various, let's go.
for me, watching your life in progress was just the moment where I realized life is happening and it's passing. Time is passing. And my friend she's going in a different direction and she might leave me. It was really, I had to battle some extremely complicated feelings. Did you know that your friends were envious of you?
No.
You didn't have any idea?
I didn't, because I felt like it was just my moment. And eventually you would get your moment, you'd get your day. But right now it was just my moment.
So fast forward.
No, she did get her moment. She did get her day. Natasha Ellis. She been getting that. She refused to go forward and become more than just a girlfriend or plaything. She chose the life she chose right now. She prefers to be in the streets. It is not an option. It is a choice now. But you see, I understand that you respect her as a friend because you've been friends with her for over 20 years. And you don't really conceptualize. Hell, you don't even see it at first hand. But you got to be more intelligent. And I'm saying intelligent because let's be honest. Let's be here. That make myself bigger for those 10 hours. Let's have this talk. Let's be honest. Let's be real here. You tell me you friends with Melyssa for nearly a generation. She don't tell you stories of the men that actually proposed to her that she turned down. Are you serious? Are you really serious to tell everybody, the people that watch the playback, that you as one that been close friends with this woman for as long as you know, she never once tell you that she was once engaged, not once but twice or 2.5 times? Really? Fair use? Fair use?
She gets married in Malibu on a cliffside resort. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is with the storybook here? What is with Prince Charming? I was like, okay, I'm there. I am there. But I know that you felt like I wasn't really there.
Yes,
I wasn't really there.
you weren't.
And that was where a little bit of distance started to creep into our relationship.
Apprehension from you. I felt what she just described. And I understood to a certain degree. And I felt it from you because you're not good at hiding things.
Really?
Yes.
Swore I was really
To me anyway.
okay. All right. It's just you. Okay.
I called crap on that. She's not hiding. She is very much transparent with you, Natasha. Her bringing you on this podcast tells you the relation between you and her very tightly knit. And what I've heard, and from what I remember, this is your interview that you decided to come on, that you want to come on no one else's podcast but her. Tells you the relationship between you and her are very much tight knit. How much you guys want to bet that, Natasha and Melyssa had their little fun with each other in the bedroom? I highly would doubt. I would highly think they probably did. Because, think about this. A woman as sexually aggressive and sexually explorative, from what I'm looking at Miss Melyssa Ford, I think she's a woman, she does a lot of things. Hell, she'll do both ways. Give or take. Regardless of what you heard from her previous interview, that her fantasies deal with one woman and 2 men. So she wants to be the cream, and the other dudes are the sandwiches, and have what we call train. So if you're a woman that is really out there, it would not surprise me you want to, take it there with your good friend. And that probably should be a specific chapter of the book. I have to come up with this DL woman. I'm going to eventually come up with that. Anyway, let's keep going. Very serious.
Yeah. I felt it from you.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, is my friend not happy for me, or is it she's going through her own thing? So I kind of just left it there because I had so much on my plate, but I felt it.
Yeah. It was a struggle for me. I felt really uncomfortable with these emotions that just did not make any sense to me, and I had to admit them to myself. I had to, because in order to work through something, you have to admit that it's even happening, knowing is half the battle. But to actually, have to admit to myself that I was jealous of my friend or envious of my friend was a very uncomfortable moment for me. And so I think that it's not that it drove a wedge. Where we had, I assumed we were parallel. Our paths started to diverge a little bit.
Yes, it did.
And it was necessary because we were becoming different people.
Yes.
We were becoming very grown women.
Yes.
And we were on a very, very different path. I was still in the trenches. I was still very much in the entertainment industry and whatever that meant. And you now had a life to create with another being, and also plans for children, whatever that looked like. So how was, you talked about the fact that he said, you're not vulnerable enough for me, and you had to work on that. So a lot of people want to get married. A lot of people think that that is the goal for all relationships. That is the desire, marriage, marriage, marriage. But a lot of people don't know how to be wives, and they don't know how to be husbands. You know, a lot of the onus is really put on us, though. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the reasons why men want wives, when you ask them, well, what is the identifiers of wives? You want a maid. That's what you want. You want a maid. And a night nurse. You know, so yeah, and you under his eye, you know, a handmaid. But what was the transition of going from girlfriend and we'll just, you know, skip fiance to wife?
Wait, but is the man really, if that's his desire, what's upholding you to oblige his wishful desires or what he is looking for with intention? I mean, let's be honest. When you ladies say you look for husbands, you look for a man with a wallet to pay for pretty much everything, and you just don't do nothing, sit on your butt and what they call resting your so-called femininity. So really, truly, it is somewhat of an unequal exchange. If you think doing basic, what do you call it, domesticate stuff as oppression, then I would say pay for 100% everything then, and see how that goes. But we all know most women nowadays don't want to pay for pretty much everything. They want to take their money and squander it and buy foolishness and, you know, sit on the ass and eat bonbons and, you know, possibly get fat. I mean, and really truly, that's not a good look. It's not even a good exchange. So really truly, you know, if you think that that's what being a wife is, then I'm sorry, lady, you need to really get your stuff in order mentally. You know, besides the physical part, you look like you got the body, but all the things you need to get, you know, tied up, and that is what's going on in your head. All right, let's go. Various.
What was that like? What did you think about how am I supposed to show up as wife now that the ring is on my finger? We've had the ceremony. What does that look like? What do I need to change about myself? What does society dictate that I am supposed to be in this, like in this new role? What does that mean to you at that point?
For me, it was, we needed to do what worked for us, right? I didn't want anything to change because we're married, because that's when the problem starts, right? Oh my God, you have so much responsibility. Now we're married. We acted the same way when we were girlfriends, same way we were wives, and the same way 10 years later. You know what I mean? I have my life. He has his life. We bridge it together. I have my group of girlfriends. He has his group of friends, and then we come together.
So you didn't really change that much from girlfriend to fiance to wife. It just,
besides assuming the responsibility and knowing that, you know,
eventually children.
How eventually, and I'm going to be a mother. So, but nothing really changed except, okay, we're together. We're going to do this together. There is no formula. There is no book. You know, we did what worked for us, the Maloneys.
Were you surprised by the banal?
The Maloneys. Okay, so I think her last name is Maloney. Might be. I got to double check. But so you're in a partnership, for lack of better words, with this non-black man. Okay. So that means, you know, in this partnership, that means you do what you have to do, or you do you, and he does too. So I could see why it might work. I mean, he could mess around, screw around behind your back, and you might screw around here and there. You know what I've noticed, what I've learned, and it's just me, guys, that usually when black women want these so-called interracial relationships, personally, is they want to have the ability to really mess around and still have their husband around. And hell, if mess around means she could probably have a side dude come in and her white husband could be the cuck and watch him, you know, and watch his, I guess, black wife get her cheeks clapped by other men in front of him. And you know what's funny? To that black man, well, I'm here. The thing I hear is that, you know, a lot of black women, if they're in these relationships, the first thing is they'll go find a brother to go, you know, hand them right sexually. I tell you, man, it's crazy. Shit. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, okay. Let me share this. Look, I found the picture because they talk about it, but we never seen who this guy could be since they're married, which is cool. All right, let me see. Let me share this. I'm surprised at this. Now, if I, maybe not really truthful, but let's look. Let's look. Let me see if you guys can see me. Yeah. That's him. Okay. That's cool. Makes sense. All right, let's keep going. Fairies.
Moments of life as a married couple. You're looking at me like, what the fuck does banal?
Somebody pass me a dictionary, because this bitch does this all. And I'm like, what the fuck? Siri, what's banal?
Yeah, it's Melyssa, man. Oh, Melyssa. The profanity is. It's funny. I didn't really make the time to edit this because the video's too damn long. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't do it personally. I just couldn't do it. But you gotta limit the profanity, sweetie. I mean, why are you cussing a lot? I know this is girl talk, but Jesus Christ, man. You cuss too much, man. I might have these because it don't make no sense you up here doing the podcast and using the word F-bomb multiple times. It's not a good look. All right, let's keep going. Fairies. Let's see that.
Banal means it's the rigmarole. It's the innocuous. I'm not doing myself any favors because I keep pulling out his words. I'm so sorry. What innocuous means? Okay, good. Okay. So it's the innocuous, the everyday, the mundane moments of life that creep in when you have a partner, and that is it. It's you and him. And for better or for worse, it's you and him.
Yeah.
What was your first surprising moment of banality where you're like, oh, okay.
It was probably when he retired.
So this is years later, and years
later.
This is years in America. The kids are here.
Yeah, the kids are here.
Yeah,
right. Because I think the first few years it was good because my husband climbed mountains. My husband is busy and.
Hold on one second here. She said her husband climbs mountains. I need to make the audience understand this man does not just go hiking in Fryman in LA, okay, or Runyon. This man climbed Mont Blanc.
Mount Everest.
No, hold on one second. We were in Mexico on your baby moon while he's in Switzerland climbing Mont Blanc. He's such a G. I love that. He climbed Mount Everest. He almost died. We had a whole party for him. It's like, hey, you survived Mount Everest. How many bodies did you pass on the way up to the summit? He's done Kilimanjaro too.
A few times.
Christ. Yeah, he can't sit still. He's that guy. He's a triathlete, the decathlete. He's always doing something.
That's one of the things I love about him, right? So our lives for the first few years, even with kids, were never mundane because
there's always something going on.
Yeah. Our lives kept going and
they were exciting.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And I think that when he retired and had to slow down like us regular people, that's when I was like, okay, so what's next? What are we going to do next week? Where are you going? Because I am so used to us having our own lives and then us doing things together that now things changed. So things became, slow.
Mm-hmm. And that was
Yeah, well, like most European men, like her husband, right? I mean, it's not surprising that he'll do dangerous or engage in dangerous acts Because if you look at Eurocentric culture, they're known for frills and to embark on challenges that will potentially might make them lose their lives, their own lives. So, surfing, hiking, climbing large mountains, or even climbing tall buildings is an adrenaline rush for a lot of European men, non-black men in general. That's how they, get their urge, how they feed their inner ambitions. If I said that correctly. So, all right, let's keep going.
Adjustment for both of you.
Adjustment for me, especially. He loves being under me. He loves being around me. He could be with me all day. But for me, it was more like, okay, I need to slow down and tend to him a little bit, but then again, still do my thing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to bring us back to where we converge again,
Okay.
Oh,
Lord.
So we converge. We never let each other go. We never let each other go. There would
The breaks were necessary for us.
the breaks were necessary. Like some friendships just need breaks, but it's just, that your soul loves this person's soul. We will be back.
Yes.
We just need to work through our own, personal stuff.
Yes.
And you just might not be, the person that I'm trauma bonding with at this moment. I need somebody else who is closer to my current lived experience, And for me, your life had become so highly favored and blessed that I didn't think that you could understand the trials and tribulations and the strife that I was going through. 2018 car crash, 2019 mom diagnosed with cancer, 2020 pandemic and mom dies. And, I felt like I was just this massive, massive weight to anybody that, that was in my circle, my friendship circle. It was a very complicated time that we tried to weather together, but it's just, you had so much more responsibility. You're a wife now, you're a mom now of 2 children. And it just, you expressed to me that I was just so heavy and you couldn't carry me at that time. And it hurt.
It did.
It hurt so much.
Tell me this. I wanted to be honest with you.
I know. And
Right?
at all times, I love, love, love your transparency and your honesty, and I know your intention is never to hurt, but it's still just hurt.
Right.
But hindsight allows me to say, I understand why you had to make the choices that you made. And I understood, knowing we will come back together.
Right.
Our lives will come back and start to run parallel to one another again.
But do you see the truth in what I said?
Yes.
Because for me, I take my friendships very seriously. I check in. I make sure you're okay. I make sure that I allocate time for you and your stuff. And I feel like we've been friends since our 20s, 30s, well, late 20s, 30s, 40s. And I wanted evolution in our friendship. I wanted, as we grow in our lives, and diverge in different directions, that even though you weren't going in the same direction as me, but you kept up with where I was going. And I felt like the friendship was all about what Melyssa was going through at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never once did I feel looked out for. Never once did I feel inquired about. So after a while, instead of arguing and fighting with you, because this has been a constant thing, I felt like, okay, maybe I just need to step back and hope that when she misses me, she realizes what I needed from her, because I no longer want one-way friendships.
Yeah. And at that time, it was complicated because I just kept getting mollywopped by life.
Yeah.
It was one thing after the other. And I just was like, this is where I'm no longer strong.
Yeah.
This is where I'm on the floor. I need somebody to come along with a spatula and scrape me up off the floor and carry me. And that's a lot of pressure to put on your friendships. You know, that's the point.
I got people watching in here. Please hit the like button. And please, always, you know what time is, guys. I don't have to say much on this. Support the channel.
I want my money. I told you. Where is my money? Betty, bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Support the channel as well. Let's continue. Fair use, fair use.
Point of like intense therapy and shadow work and stuff like that to try to work through all of that stuff, which I did do, but the pressure was definitely put on certain friendships, and some did not weather that. Some did not. They caved under the pressure. But ours didn't. It was just breaks, you know. So slowly but surely, we come back around.
And we have an honest conversation.
We always have honest conversations.
Where you're at, where we need to go from there.
Yes.
We always start from clean slates. And that's why I want people to understand how I operate in relationships. As we evolve, the conversations are going to get more difficult. The transparency needs to be more evident. And for me, I know I always loved you, but you pissed me off.
Yeah, same.
You know, you get on my fucking nerves.
Same.
But then I love you, and I'm like, okay, I need her back. You know, I let her. I'm not fucking with her right now, but okay, I'm back.
So I wanna get back to the parallel.
Yes.
I want to get back to where our lives did this and then started to do this. Let me hold that for 1 second. So our lives did this, and it starts to do this again, and then it starts to do this. Where now we're like this. You know what I mean? And it was motherfucking menopause. Perimenopause. And I hit it first. So she didn't know what was coming down the pipeline.
I had no idea.
She had no idea.
There is no education on it. There is no information on it.
Hold on. There is information on this so-called thing about menopause. Perimenopause, which I'm not going to define or look up right now. I don't care about that. You have the internet, baby. You have your phone. You have Google. You have AI. The technology is here, sweetie. There's no excuse to understand or know how to deal with your so-called premenopause. That's bullshit. Bullshit. But before she rants on that, isn't it ironic? Isn't it surprising when the one Kevin Sam's been saying this for the last 2.5 years? Was it 2 years? I think it was 2 years. Yeah. What was the famous quote he always said? Single women keep other women single. For Natasha to understand, your single friend that's out here still on, and I'm gonna be honest, she is on the carousel. On the carousel. Because she is on this carousel, right? She's not thinking or really expecting you, a woman that's now taken and decided to get off the market, to get off the carousel like her. She wants you to be and ride the carousel like herself. She wants that. She needs that. Matter of fact, it's not surprising. Why would other women sabotage other women to be single? They sabotage their own friends' relationship for greater good because they cannot be alone. Hell, they can't be by themselves in less than an hour without picking the phone and want to talk to you. Who is this? Here. Okay, 3G. Okay. I hope you guys subscribe to the channel. For those that's in the building right now. And make sure if you guys have a serious question I prefer it on a super chat, depending on the nature of the question. But let's have the conversation. Single women do keep other women single. Miss Ford is the proponent of one of those women. She's envious, jealous of her, right? So in her mind, and I would say as person, I think she was plotting to try to get her good friend to really not go through with the marriage. Much less, maybe she might have plotted to try, have her friend, maybe divorce her husband, maybe. But when I'm thinking long and hard and critically, now this only applies, and gentlemen, I'm only going to speak this because I got to talk to men. When you see black women, regardless mix or whatever, right, with other black women as friends, right? The aim is, if they are going to be married to your black butt, it's evident they're going to find ways to tell their friends to not go forward with the marriage. And if it's marriage, she's going to find everything possible, if you're married to this woman, to sabotage it. She will never do this. Melyssa Ford will never in her goddamn life, ever. I don't know about her other black friends that Natasha has. I know she got other black friends. Some might be from the islands, some might be ADOS, or some Android that might be black that's in her circle roughly. Her friends that she has close to her are not going to dare find ways to sabotage her marriage between her and her white husband. They're never going to do that. They're never going to do it. I am confident they will not even think twice or blink to try to separate her and her husband. And the reason why I say this is because he is Mr. Charlie. He is the white man. His white skin removes all imperfections and sins. Matter of fact, I got that video from? I'm gonna find it. Yeah, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna definitely find that shit. Hey, let's keep going. Ferris.
No shit about it.
Why am I going crazy?
Yes. And your husband looked like, please God help me. SOS. His eyes were like,
Mayday, mayday.
yeah, the deer in the headlights. God, poor Drew. So I want to talk to you about your own experiences with perimenopause, because it is a very individual experience for every single woman. I talk a lot about the fact that I really, what gets my goat? You know what makes me hot and bothered? You know what makes me hot and bothered about perimenopause? It's not the hot flash. It's the fact that menopause is associated with the hot flash, that is all it is. Newsflash, it's not. Menopause, the change, the transition, is less a gynecological transition that women are going through, and more of a cognitive situation that a woman is going through. So what happens is, I've talked about this before, is that estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, these are, and estrogen being the number one, the thing that literally makes a woman, somewhere around 35, your hormones are kind of doing this thing, and then it starts to do this. It's like, this is your captain here. We have no. We've started our descent into the Newark area.
There will be some turbulence. Put on your
Yeah. But it's just, and so your ears start to do this little popping action, but you just feel the plane, just a little dip, and then you hit 40s, and it's just like boom, right off a cliff into the side of a mountain. And that's what it's like. And you weren't ready for it
at all.
Because it may not be hot flashes. I'm turning 48. I never had a hot flash.
Yeah.
What I had was night sweats. What I had was
mood swings.
Hold on. Don't jump the gun. I'm still talking about sleeping here. What I had was an interrupted sleep schedule, waking up 6 to 7 times a night, like in terror with food.
Let me see if I could fast forward, guys, because they're talking about some nonsense, and I'm not going to go. Matter of fact, while I'm looking for this, I found the thing with David Carroll, and he said about this thing about black women and this non-black man, and I'm going to run this briefly. I'm not going to run all of it. But what he said was profound, and it has to be said. Here we go. Oh, really? Oh, all right, hold on. Let me see if I can fix this because I think I got too many to do. Let me remove some things. All right, let's see if this works now. All right, let's try this again. Here we go. Oh, that's not it. Damn it. Hold on, guys. I gotta find it. Let me keep playing this as I find it. Fairies.
Blown anxiety attack. What the? You know, and sweating through the sheets into the mattress, freezing when I wake up. What is happening? And then having to battle another level of anxiety and depression. But then I'm just like, oh wait, hold on. Is this like, you know, just like the remnants of a traumatic brain injury from a car crash? Or, oh, is it grief from my mom passing away? Or is this perimenopause? Because it was all in one big shebang for me. So I was just literally wanting to check myself into a mental institution. But in addition to that, my symptoms were lack of concentration, brain fog. I had to write down on notes and in my phone why.
Doesn't have the head. If you understand, you're going to choose character over this. Stop wasting your.
All right, I found it. Let's go.
You know, I want to share.
That was not.
And what she means by unicorns is that good black male. In other words, she says to black women, stop wasting y'all's time. Stop wasting y'all's time looking for a good black man, which she equates to a unicorn, a mythological creature. In other words, he don't exist. He don't exist. So stop wasting your time. Level up. Explore your dating options. Choose character over color. Yeah, this is what you have to do. If you don't do this and you spend your time looking for the mythological good black male, the i.e. unicorn, you're going to die single and alone. This is what, so now, once you understand that, then you understand why they trashed CJ King. Because what have I told y'all in many of my videos? I told y'all they're going to use your dysfunction against you. Now, somebody got their hand up in the back of the class and I see they're asking the question. Well, wait a minute. CJ King doesn't have any dysfunction. He's a college educated brother, a law school grad, upperly mobile brother, you know, great earning potential, no criminal record, don't have no babies throughout the town. So you said they're going to use their dysfunction against us, but this brother doesn't have any dysfunction. That's a good question. I'm glad you asked, because what you have to understand is that where there is no dysfunction, they will manufacture it. Oh yeah. Anything to get to that white man, which we're going to deal with in a minute. But where there is no dysfunction, because remember now, y'all got to remember, when we come out and we laugh about 70% of black women being single, what do they say? What is their retort for that? Their rebuttal is, well, the reason why 70% of black women are single is because the dating pool of eligible black men is shrinking due to crime, due to homicide, due to prison. These are the talking points. Homosexuality. All the good black men are what? Dead, in jail, or married. That's what they say. These are their talking points. Maybe not in jail, dead or married. But, that's subject for another video. We know the talking points they use. So if that's the reason that you have 70% of black women who are chronically single is because of this dating pool has shrunk. And you have a CJ who clearly is above that. Now, they criticize this brother for what? Because of how he was posing in his Instagram photos after graduation. Hey, come on now. That's the best y'all got? That's the best y'all got? Y'all mean to try to tell me if you've ever been to a college graduation, if you ever graduated, what are degree? I'm going to take these pictures after I do the formal. Y'all going to complain about how he's posing in his picture? Because they need dysfunction to justify fracture dysfunction. Why? Posing in his pictures where there is no dysfunction. They're going to manufacture dysfunction. Why? Because they need dysfunction to justify doing what? What have I told y'all? They're going to use your dysfunction against you to justify doing what? Getting with God. In other words, the white man. Getting with God. In other words, the white man. Getting with God. In other words, the white man. Getting with God. In other words, the white man. Getting with God. In other words, the white man. Getting with God. In other words, the white man.
Make sure you guys like the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And leave your comments. Comments are very important. Transparency is very important. So I think that's the end of this part of the background of her and her husband and the questions about why she's jealous and envy in regards to Natasha Ellis, a Haitian woman. One thing I did not want, I forgot to say, but I will say now. Besides the medical thing, right? Because it divulged from the conversation of why she's there, to talk about her life, mostly her husband, mostly, and her background of how she came to where she was or came to be was more important than talking about medical issues, which really truly she did make a disclaimer about the medical, about menopause and all other stuff that is just only information, is not to be taken as actual medical advice. So that's why I did not really want to care much about it personally. If you ladies are going through these type of issues now at your 40s or even 50s, depending when menopause start to hit you, I mean, going to your natural primary caregiver will help. But really, truly, I'm going to say this, because this is going to divulge from the real subject at hand of this. The internet and information today, there's no excuse to know how to handle your body. I think more people should really look elsewhere to get more clarity and understanding to how to fix certain things with them psychologically, mentally, spiritually, and physically. If you're not willing to even make the attempt to do that form of work, then obviously going to your primary care is only at least your problems. So, like I said, you have the information now, utilize it to help you in these type of conditions. So moving forward, on that note, now I remember. These are the same black women that were using that same little snippet of Ellis, Natasha, getting married to white man, they think in their mindset that if they were expanding their little options, that they can get a white man as well. And I'm sorry to say, no. If you do get any non-black man, it's not gonna be of any serious value. No. And we all know it's because, let's be honest, and you ladies gotta have more better common sense. We as men, we realists. We get what we can get. And it's a little easy to get what we want because other groups wouldn't want a man and look for a man at the end of the day. When it comes to you ladies, being around the black man, you look at disgust, hate, just like Uncle Dave said best. Either the man is squeaky clean and did what he should be doing. It was never enough because you're making an excuse for your dysfunction so that way you can get close to God, like real God, which is Mr. Charlie, Zaddy, white man. And that is profound and that is straight to the point, that as clear as it can get. So now, one last thing I'm going to run. And the one thing I will play here now is this thing about the colorism aspects. And in the colorism, there was a particular scene or conversation with Natasha and Melyssa in regards to how both of them, but particularly Natasha, how she experienced and how she deals with colorism. Now, mind you, she did say that there was some form of colorism in the business. And really, truly, I don't really take that seriously. It's because in the business that most black men run or anybody run, we all know, and you ladies should know this already. There should not take much education. You should have more common sense this, that white is good, white or light skin or anything that light and spectrum is considered purity, beautiful, etc. Anyone that runs a regular fashion business or movie or even the music business in regards to music video, the lighter the spectrum, the better the product is. It is what it is. No one said make it right. No one said make it wrong. But that is what it is when you're living here in the West. The lighter you are, the better. All right, so let's listen in and hear their conversation about colorism. Pay attention out, take notes. I'm giving commentary. Furious, let's go.
Chocolate girl. Did you find that colorism existed even in that industry? This is your experience, Mama. I don't have it because, I'm as white as this paper.
Colorism has followed me my entire life. You're talking about a Black woman who has an accent, who is dark, who is different in so many ways. There are advantages to being me, right?
Tell me about an advantage because I don't think that that's discussed enough. What was the advantage to being?
People wanting to be in my presence, people wanting to know me, people wanting to date me, whether experimental or not.
Be seen with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I knew it and I went along with it.
You were always so good at that. Yeah. Okay, well, let me ask you this. We're talking a lot about colorism and, just different situations that you, experienced highs and lows in. How did it affect you mentally? Because, now we have a whole different vocabulary about mental health.
Yes.
Than we did back then. It was just shut the fuck up. This is life. School of hard knocks. This is what it is. Gift and a curse. So don't complain. So how did colorism affect you, like your mental health?
Now, you're going to see how she answers this. And if nothing you ladies learn, and I know it's a lot of ladies complain and, the issues with this thing about being black, either too dark, jet black, or, caramel brown color-ish, that they feel that they have no place in the world, that they're very much loathing, less worth, no worth at all. And they think the world is coming down on them and look at them side-eye, which it does. That you feel that you have to sit there, not only adapt, but you're going to have to do something about it. Now, how you deal with the oppression because of your skin tone, it solely depends on you as the woman, right? You're a young woman or older woman, which if you experience this most of your life, it is not the world to fix. It is something that you got to handle and deal with and fix for yourself. But let's see what Natasha will explain how she deals with. And probably you want to take notes. Fairies.
Now that you are much more in touch with the soft marshmallow version of yourself.
Marshmallow.
I don't know about that marshmallow stuff. That's a little weird. Fairies. And make sure you guys hit the like button.
Call her Marshmallow now because her kids and her husband have softened her out. Christ on she was like a jagged edge. Holy, oh God, I want to tell the story about the tequila bottle. So badly.
Tequila bottle I drank?
Yeah, that one. No, okay, but all seriously, how did it show up in your mental health? Like, what did you have to do? How did you have to reconcile, overhearing these really negative comments made just about your complexion because it's not about your beauty?
Right. I never told you this, right? We've been friends for like almost 20 years?
Yes.
I grew up with my aunts bleaching their skin.
Can I ask? And I don't.
Did you hear that? Was that clear? Did y'all hear in the background? Let me rewind it back for those that didn't listen. For those in the back, let's rewind it back. All right, let's hear that again.
Can I ask? And I don't mean
ants bleaching their skin. Ants bleaching their skin. Ants bleaching their skin. Ants bleaching their skin.
She grew. If people didn't hear it, because she talks with accent, and I think that's the Creole in her, because most Haitian women, they do speak some form of broken down French. I think Nefertari definitely. I'm not sure if he speaks Creole. I had to put in this comments to ask her, but yeah, this is how they would sound. If people didn't hear what she mean by grew up in a household that her aunt bleach, but she means they lighten their skin with chemicals, bleaching products mostly. All right, let's go.
Can I ask? And I don't mean any offense by this. This is genuinely a question. Is because it's a cultural thing in parts of Africa. Is it also a cultural thing in Haiti?
Yes.
Okay, I did not know.
The men are attracted to lighter women. Okay. So I grew up seeing them using lighting cream, and because of that, from 8, 9, 10 years old, I just learned to love who I am.
But how?
I don't know.
You can't think of the moment that let me give you an example. My own.
Before she give her example, what's this? Coiny. What's that mean? Keep 100. You're going to All right. I'll put the link. You don't have to type it. I'll put the link. You can probably explain it to yourself if you can. Call lines open. All right, let's keep going. Various.
But my own personal example, and then maybe you find the example for yourself. So one time, I think I was like 6 or 7. I'm outside playing with my friends, and one of my friends from across the street, their cousin from the States came over, and they're all white. I grew up in an all Italian neighborhood, but I didn't really notice that there was a difference between me and them, complexion wise, hair texture wise, the fact that I had one white parent, one black parent at home, and they had more of a homogenized family unit, aesthetically. And so the cousin said, "Oh, you're a nigger."
Okay, that's what it's quiet. That's skin lighter. Okay, thank you. All right, let's keep listening.
ER. And I'd never heard the word before. And I was like, no, I'm not. Because, well, it sounded like an accusation. I don't know what the word means, but it's like hard N, hard G, hard R. It's not a pretty word. Even by somebody, the standards of a child who's never heard the word before, it sounds like an indictment of some sort. It sounds insane. And so instantly I'm like, no, I'm not. And he's like, yes, you are. And I couldn't understand this like rush of feeling these emotions that didn't make sense to me because I'm 6 and 7 years old, but I felt shame. I felt humiliation. I felt embarrassment. Because how did this person that I've never met before accomplish all of this stuff by just labeling me as something that I don't know what it is, but I know it seems like it's a hurtful term, but I'm confused right now. So I go home crying, and my father was just like, get over here. What is wrong? Who did it? What's going on? And I didn't want to tell him because I was so embarrassed too. A 6-year-old feeling shame, humiliation, embarrassment. Like that's wild. And finally he just got it out of me. I was like, the boy across the street, he called me this. And my dad grabbed me by my shoulders and he said, the next time somebody says something like that to you, you tell them that you have the best of both worlds. I'm like 6 or 7 years old. And when I say that got etched in my brain to where that is how I started, that's why I don't really go back and forth with people about, well, define who you are. You're biracial, but whatever they try to.
Now you see right there, and maybe you're in the building. Keep it 100. That's the affection the effects the black father that's close to his children, which are biracial, right, or mixed, right? This is what they'll tell their kids. Some will tell them that they're black because the one drop. Most of them they'll tell them, and they're in Canada, so Canada's a little different from up here in America. That her father will tell him that you have the best of both worlds. So obviously she's not gonna think in a way where say she don't see color, but she know exists, but she don't define herself because what her father have told and taught her. So for those that always question why Melyssa doesn't really push much on the black side if she chooses to, because she doesn't really see color because her father never emphasized it. And that's fine. Because remember, America, they deal with one drop rule and you have to be one or the other. There's no mix. There's no label of mix here in America. They never do that. But outside America, totally different. I heard in Europe, especially, they have a category for children that come from biracial stock. They'll call them mix and etc. So only in America, you have to pick a side. And for good reason why they do it is because remember when the caste system here in America, the caste system especially, is the color has to be divided because there's resource has to be divided with the labels. If they start including, say, there is a category of mixed people over here, like this people mixed, then they have to divvy up the money, in my opinion. That's how it goes. But overall, when you look at Melyssa, she's not going to define herself like that because in her mind, she does need to because her father gave her insurance to let her know saying you don't have to follow nobody's labels. You have the best worlds. You don't have to define yourself. And that was good enough for her, in my opinion. So that's why it followed her even when she was a kid till adult. And I remember one time someone asked her that question on the Joe Budden podcast. You might remember Keep 100. Someone asked her this, and she told them, these dudes personally, that she don't fall on the black side, and I don't think she fall on the white side. She's right. She really neutral, and it makes sense why she thinks the way she does. So I'm not knocking her father. Her father did what was the best interest, so it brings the best self-esteem out of her daughter. All right, let's keep going. Fairies.
Project onto me. I never feel this. I have never felt.
And like I said, I did put the link in the chat room, but I'm looking back and forth in the comment section. So keep it going, guys. All right, let's go. Fairies.
Felt this pressure to define which side do I, align myself more with, or whatever the case is. I am what I am because that's what I am. And that's it. That's the only conversation. That's it. It's not even how you view me. It's irrelevant. It's how do I view myself? You know, so I'm interested because you had all of these examples of women that were living up to a standard of beauty that forced them to change their physical appearance and harm themselves to a certain extent. At 8, how did you have the resolve to say, that is not me, I am beautiful, and there's nothing left to discuss?
My husband tells me this all the time. We've been together 10 years. He says, you are so resilient. You're able to flip your mind. From the time that I've been a young girl, I just have seen examples and decided to pivot. I saw these women, my mother even, right? I didn't have a great relationship with her, but whenever I would see her, they grew up around men that preferred lighter women, right? So I would see them at night, putting the creams on. And mind you, that shit hurts because they can't expose themselves to the sun, right? Seeing this at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, somehow you develop a sense of like, this is crazy. I'm either going to go this way or that way. I just decided to pivot against that. Mm-hmm. There's this personal confidence and love. And maybe it's through affirmations. Maybe it's through just a self, like, just, I don't even know how to explain.
A strength in self?
Yes.
Self-esteem, self-worth.
Self-worth. Mm-hmm. You know, and you know me, I've always been the type of person that can focus on some shit and make it happen. Yeah. I can manifest anything. I can believe anything and see it happen, make it happen. So for me, it's an innate just want that I have. From seeing that, you're going to love me as I am. Mm-hmm. Dark, mm-hmm. dark, mm-hmm. dark, mm-hmm. dark, mm-hmm. dark. And I'm going to drive you crazy. 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 Yeah. I'm going to be a magnet. One of my affirmations.
I know you guys like that. No, you like that part, right? So it says she gonna drive you crazy. See, she's that woman. She is so confident with herself. She's gonna be in your presence, dark as midnight, and she don't give up. That's what I like right there. You know, I don't know about the driving you crazy piece. That's a little bit too much, but so yeah, I love the confidence. Be up there, baby. Don't put the bleaching cream on. Don't do it, please, sweetie. Don't. I don't want to see you rub that white stuff on your skin. Because the cream gonna burn your skin, gonna burn the hell out your skin, your bones. Don't bleach, baby. Never in your mind bleach. For all black women that's dark as hell like her. Never in your mind, especially from the island. Stop the bleaching. Them my bleach. Them my bleach out them skin. Them my bleach. They look like a brownie. Stop it. It looks disgusting. I see too many women on the streets. I come across. You could tell that their skin does not match their whole body. Look like they're breaking out, like pores and stuff. Anyhow, let's keep going. Fairies.
Are when I walk in the room, the energy changes.
Better say that. Yes, it does.
You know, so I believe in it. And being dark hasn't stopped me from getting everything I want.
I love that.
That answers your question.
It does.
I still don't know what it was. Maybe it's from watching them doing this shit, and I
and that might just be enough. It was a visual of something that you just saw as your soul sensed it was in spirit sensed it was just wrong.
They would put. I remember one night I saw my aunt, and she lives in Boston now. We're not too close. She would put Clorox in the tub and just lay on it.
Oh my God!
Yeah, because the person she wanted to marry only liked light women. And this is in Haiti. This is true. I'm 8 years old on the island and I'm seeing this, right? I'm seeing the women that my father liked are all lighter.
Yeah.
And the ones that aren't get light within 6 months.
Did your father ever?
Yeah, your father would like light-skinned women, and that's fine. That's maybe he has liking. But he went his way and procreate with your mom to have you. And from what I understand, you don't have a good relationship with your mother, but you have a great relationship with your father. That's very telling. So can we be honest that the reason why you have this self-confidence, why you like your skin tone, and like you said, you're gonna be what's the word she called she again? She gonna be hold on. Let me rewind back. What she said she gonna be? Hold on. Yeah. What she said she gonna be this?
Just, I don't even know how to explain.
A strength in self?
Yes.
Self-esteem, self-worth.
Self-worth.
Mhm.
You know, and you know me, I've always been the type of person that can focus on some shit and make it happen.
Yeah.
I can manifest anything. I can just want that I have. From seeing that, you go dark,
Mhm.
dark,
Mhm.
dark.
Yeah, there you go. She's gonna be dark. She got that because her father, as dark as her, tell her you're good enough. How much you want to bet that her father's influence made her have a perception of how she views the world and her skin tone? Because last time I checked, a lot of women are the ones that's pushing the colorism, and because that their children do suffer and reflect on the self-hatred even more. It proves, no shout a doubt, that being around women, especially black women, if you are a single parent, and black women raise most of the children mostly all the time and they're single parents, are the ones that have pushed the colorism aspect. And that's right. That's right. There you go. All right, let's wrap up this video. Let's go. Fairies.
Put Clorox in the tub and just lay on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because the person she wanted to marry only liked light women. And this is in Haiti. This is true. I'm 8 years old on the island and I'm seeing this, right? I'm seeing the women that my father like are all lighter.
Yeah.
And the ones that aren't get light within 6 months.
Did your father ever say anything to you that indicated that you were a lesser form of beauty? Because
Never.
that's very ironic.
Boom! 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 What I tell you, God. Oh God! Hold on. No, I gotta do it, guys. There you have it.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
You can't make it up. It was her own father that never doubted or wanted his own children, especially daughter, to look down on her own skin tone. Imagine that. I know you guys like this, man. Give this video a like, please. Hit likes, man. Likes are free, man. Comment on this, please. Let's go.
That's very ironic that he would maybe verbally or non-verbally indicate to women that my preference is light, but for his daughter, he would never say anything that would ever make her feel like she had to change. That is interesting.
My father made me the strong person that I am today because he told me to stand in who you are. You know what I mean? Be strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have any issue with men because my father was in my life.
Yeah.
I have an issue with vulnerability and soft.
Yeah, you do.
Women because my mother wasn't in my life.
Yeah.
So for me, although this is what he liked, he just pumped us up with, you know, confidence and knowing that you're the prize and all of that stuff.
So let's.
There you have it, guys. There you have it. I'm looking forward to your comments on this, on the colorism piece. Do you agree with Natasha Ellis? Do you gentlemen or ladies agree that colorism, as it stands, is a black woman, a single black woman's issue personally, or a woman that's by herself raising children, that she has the lack of self-esteem because, let's be honest, her mom did not really pushes it, only the father could be. So in return, if the father is absent or the father is, let's be honest, not in present and trying to really give sound advice to their own daughters, what you're going to see is you're going to see them have these children are going to develop a lack of not respecting what they see in the mirror, and they're going to develop a certain problem with themselves, self-esteem and image-wise, in their own skin because of this. So leave your comments on this one. I'm looking forward to hearing your response on that one, because I'm definitely not wrong about this one. All right, hope to hearing from y'all from that part. In conclusion to all this, oh, and if you guys like this stream or find us, please support the channel. You know what to do.
My money. I told you. Where is my money? Betty, bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Please support the channel, guys. You know, dude, you hit the super chat or Cash App $. I think Cash 8 ring. Yeah, I think that's the $. And wrapping up, Melyssa Ford is jealous. She is envy of Natasha in a very bad way, to be honest with you. But it is expected, because she could have had the same life that Natasha had. And trust me, Melyssa has swirled up with the best of them. Don't be fooled. Never be fooled. At the end of the day, because of her bad or her own choices, that's why she comes up short. By choice, by the men that really like and want some more than just a quick fling in the bed. So, yeah, it is considered evil to be envy. Envy is dangerous to a lot of women, amongst other women. And my only real honest advice, if you ladies are in a relationship or even married with a man, I think you need to let go of your single friends, because like Melyssa Ford, she tell on herself about, you know, what she really want and desires, and she doesn't like that you're happy and you got what you want, and she could have got what she want if she just, you know, made the conscious decision just to make a life with a man instead of keep going and dancing around the fence. And let's be honest, you gotta be intentional what you really want at the end. You should not wait too long as you get older to decide now to settle down or start to settle down because someone lost their life. I mean, it's not a good reason. You should be at a point as a woman to be intentional in anything you do. It'll be more respect if you're intentional. You don't waste the man's time, and hell, he probably won't waste your time. That's it. Thank y'all for listening to today's stream. If you find the stream helpful, please give this video a like. Or you think this stream is a piece of crap, give it a dislike. Either or, all engagement is considered engagement, whether you watch or not, or like or not. And also, leave a comment at the end of this video. I'll be sure be interested to see what comments will come out of this. The links to follow me are in the description below. You can follow me on Twitter at Chaos27. You can add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Ray on Facebook. You can also join my Discord service as well. Also, follow me on Rumble. I have a video on Rumble right now. Follow me on Rumble right now. CRain23 on Rumble. I want to grow the Roman font. I want to get to a couple followers there. And last but not least, become a member of the Chaos Rain Show as well. That's it. Those are links in the description on every video below. Thank y'all for watching today's stream. And like always, hey Chaos Rain!
Chaos.
They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Must reign.